If you're in an otherwise pretty happy relationship and you're frustrated or disappointed with the amount of sex that you're having, despite your best efforts to talk to your partner about this, to schedule sex or plan more dates, I want to show you that you can get your partner to want sex without it ever feeling like a chore, so that the two of you can both be satisfied, even if you typically struggle to get them to do anything about this. Stick around to discover how you can actually get them interested in working on this with you. My name is Jessa Zimmerman. I'm a certified sex therapist with more than a decade of experience helping couples with desire differences. And I'm also the author of the book, Sex Without Stress. The number one thing I want you to take away from this video is that your partner actually wanting sex is the only way you're going to have a thriving sex life. It's not the same thing as getting them to have more sex. Finding a way for your partner to enjoy sex, so it is for them too, is key to a sex life that really works for both of you. Think about it like this. It's like you're going on a picnic. What if they never put anything in the basket they like to eat? What if it's always the same cured meats you happen to love? How long will they really be excited to go on a picnic with you? How long before they dread it or avoid it? And the first thing you need to know about finding your partner's desire for sex is that the goal is for sex to actually be easy and fun for both of you. No more struggles over frequency, whether the stars are aligned or how long it's been. Now it can be something you both actually look forward to. Simply put, if your partner doesn't actually want sex, they are either not having it or they're having sex they don't really want. Neither of these options is good for either of you. And in fact, I would say it's going to damage your relationship over time. Both of you wanting sex is how you get a sex life that's fulfilling and fun, unlike scheduling it or begging for it or getting it done like it's some item on a to-do list where it probably feels more and more like they're doing you a favor or completing some sort of unpleasant chore. However, you have to get your partner on board to deal with this in order to make it work. You can't do this alone. And how are you going to do that when they've made it pretty clear that they just don't have desire, or that they are just not that interested in fixing this, or they completely avoid the subject? Now, I teach this inside intimacy with ease, but let me give you the basics because it seems like one of the biggest takeaways for students inside of the course. Okay, so for instance, one of the students said, we went from having a sexless marriage to regular intimate time. So when I first started helping couples, I ran into the problem with desire discrepancy with every single client. It often looked like one person just didn't have much or any libido. And in fact, many people told me that if it were up to them, they could go their whole life without sex and be just fine if it weren't for their partner being unhappy. And maybe this is something that your partner has said to you too. The thing that you need to understand is that there are two kinds of desire, and we tend to only know about one. And your partner probably has the other hidden kind. But this kind of desire works really differently than the kind of desire you're probably used to. You have to actually approach sex totally differently for it to come out. Working with this hidden desire, I focused on ways to help the lower desire person find things that they wanted, that they would find engaging, that would give them a reason to look forward to sex. And it worked because it didn't force them to do things they didn't want to do. It didn't focus on meeting some sort of quota, and it didn't set them up to feel like they were failing or broken. And that's when I realized that tapping into your partner's desire is key to your sex life working for both of you. They need to access their own desire. And once you access that, sex is working. It's easy. It's fun. The two of you no longer have a barrier or a dark shadow or a disconnection to drive you apart. Now you can just feel totally close and connected. But I get it. Maybe your partner won't even begin to talk about this, much less do anything about it, because they don't think they have any desire, or at least not that much. They haven't felt it in a long time. They probably think this is just the way they are. They don't know about this other kind of desire. They feel broken, stuck, and hopeless. And maybe you're like this too. No way my partner's going to get on board with this. We can't even talk about it anymore without it feeling worse. So if you're thinking, there's just no way my partner's going to want to deal with this. There's no way we're going to be able to talk about it. There's no way they're going to want sex. This is just the way it is. I want to show you that there are 5 common things that you're probably doing that are turning your partner off and making them avoid this whole thing. This is my stop 5 strategy. Because if you're feeling hopeless, if you're Googling living with a sexless marriage, pondering divorce or breaking up, or feeling like you might just have to accept that this part of your life is dying, and you're not going to go the whole rest of your life without the sex you wish you were having. I want to show you how by stopping these 5 things, you can win over your partner without increasing their sense of pressure or bringing up their resistance or their defensiveness. Now, obviously, I can't get your partner to suddenly want to jump your bones every day, but I can show you how to open the door to their desire. I know you might be thinking, I mean, it's not that good, but it's not that bad. But you really want to wait until it's that bad before you do something about this? If you're struggling with unhappiness about the desire discrepancy now, then you definitely don't have time to let this grow and fester, where it could eventually threaten your relationship itself. So the stop 5 strategy is like a defense melter for your partner to be willing to work on this with you so you can heat it up and make sex easy and fun and just one great part of an already good relationship. Now, the stop 5 strategy training is a bonus that I created for students inside Intimacy with Ease, but I'm going to link it up for you for free below because my paid clients and students have gotten so much value from it, and I want to get it into as many people's hands as I possibly can. It can make that much difference. I think once you see how easy it is to get your partner to work on this with you, once you stop doing these things, it actually lets you have more sex together. You're going to be able to start getting the satisfaction you want and see that it isn't such an uphill battle because your partner wants it too. Then it's going to feel good to create a fun and easy sex life and see how close you can feel and how little you even have to think about sex anymore. You can find the Stop 5 strategy through the link in the description of this video, and I'll see you there.